Hello students, today we will be going over worksheet 3, inequalities. Solve each inequality and graph its solution. So we're going to jump to number 8. -5 times all of this is greater than 5 plus 6x. And I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it over here so I have more room. And when I do that, -5 times 8 is -40x. -5 times -1 is a positive 5, is greater than 5 plus 6x. Okay. Next thing we want to do is make sure we get the x's to the same side. So we're going to go minus 6x, minus 6x. -46x plus 5 is greater than 5. Now I go ahead and move the 5's to the other side. Minus 5, minus 5. Okay. Now, here's the important part. I'm going to have to get x by itself, so I'm going to divide by a -46. When I divide by a negative, I must switch the sign. So my final answer becomes x is less than 0, okay? Remember when you're going to graph, if there's no or equal to, more ink here means more ink over here. But I don't have more ink, so that means it's got to be an open dot at 0. And if you have your variable on this side, that means we're going to shade to the left. And there's number 8, okay? All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and do one of the graphing ones, and I'm going to jump to number 10. Which hopefully you can see that. Y is less than or equal to -x minus 2. Now it's going to be on a coordinate grid here. This tells us where to start at -2 on the y-axis. This tells you what axis to start at -2. Then this negative is a -1. That tells me rise over run. So I'm going to go down 1, right 1. So it's a negative slope. It's got to be down and to the right. So I'm going to go ahead and put several points here. Then I ask myself, is it going to be a solid or dotted line? Since it's or equal to, it's going to have to be a solid line. And less than, if this was a ladder, and which way would it fall? That tells me if I shade it this side or this side. So if it's a ladder, it would fall down this way. So less than is the falling side, so I shade all of this. Okay. All right. And if you had to pick a point that was an answer, you could choose any of these points that are in the shaded area. Like I could pick -3, -3, -3, -2, -5, -8. All of that that's shaded would be a solution to that equation. Okay. All right, you can do the rest, students. Should I go on to worksheet 4 or do that in a different video? I think I'll do it in a different video. You rock.